you may have seen your next comedian at the PTA meeting. Please help me welcome Goldie Gareza.
Hey guys. Betty Mac is back. Let me hear you say ho. Ho. All right. I need that. Relax. No, today's not my birthday, but I have some advice for you guys. If you guys are ever constipated and you really need to go and you can't, just take Standup and it'll clear you right out. The reason why I have my bag is in case I have to go. In my bag. Okay, so I'm 46 years old. Wow. Yeah. No one believes me. And people ask me, Goldie, what's your secret for looking so young? And I say, it's obvious. Adult acne and underdeveloped breasts. So I used to get carded all the time in my 30s, and now not so much, and it kind of hurts. So now, if there's a small chance that I'm going to get carded when I'm buying a six-pack of beer, I look right at the cashier, I pick my nose, and I eat it. Yeah, it works. They card me. So I've always been a bit of a deviant growing up. I got kicked out of the Girl Scouts. Yeah, it's supposed to be a good thing, but I did. There was this girl in our troop who we suspected to be a lesbian. And so on her Girl Scout cookie form, I wrote, Michelle eats brownies. It was a big mistake though, because there are no merit badges for vandalism. I also, when I was in Catholic school, I got kicked out of, no, I didn't get kicked out. I got in trouble by a nun for bringing a hamster to church. There's a difference. I brought a hamster to church. I thought it would be sleeping during the service because it's nocturnal. Unlike squirrels that, those guys wake up early and they do shit. But the hamster, I put it in my pocket in a nice, quiet, dark place, much like nighttime. That was my mistake. Because it started to run around in circles like it was possessed. So I had to confess to the nun what I had done. And because she's not a priest and I'm not a young boy, we couldn't work out a deal. So I really wish they would ban plastic bags everywhere. Right? I mean, they're horrible. I stopped carrying stuff in plastic bags because when I carry plastic bags, people always assume I'm delivering something. I go into a doorman building. I ask to go up to a friend's house. And then as I'm walking to the elevator, I hear the doorman say, "Food's here." Terrible. So I'm Filipino. Any Filipinos in the house? No. Okay. But it's only black people think that I'm lying. I don't get it either. I worked at this restaurant for many years. There was not a single night that went by that a black person didn't think, ask me this question. They'd say, "Hey, what nationality are you?" And I'd say, "I'm Filipino." And they wouldn't believe me. They would say I should be proud to be Filipino. To be black. And I'd say, I'd let them run their fingers through my hair. They still didn't believe me. And until finally I had to say, listen, I'm Filipino. I know I'm Filipino because I get cabs. So even when I went to the gynecologist for the first time, I was a brand new patient. He's never seen me. He's black. My feet were in stirrups. He walks in, okay, he sits right in front here, and he's like, "Hey, Goldie, are you African American?" And I said, "No, I like Mumford and Sons." And he's like, "No, I mean, are you a sister?" And I never understood why he said that to me until one day I went to the movies. I remember I was wearing a skirt, and my pussy would not stop talking. Oh no, she didn't! So, growing up in a Filipino. What?
She's not a teacher.
Okay. I'm a parent. That's almost a teacher. Okay, so growing up in a Filipino family means that your family can say whatever they want. They don't care about your feelings, and you're not supposed to be offended. Okay. So, for example, "Mom, I'm thirsty. Swallow your saliva." "Dad, I want to be an artist." "No one is going to buy your artwork. You should become a physical therapist." And my grandmother, she's delivered everything like the same way every time. Cold and insensitive, much like an arm that was just amputated. Yeah, I'll work on the delivery on that one. So anyway, this is how she talks. "Did you eat? Pass the ketchup. Prince is dead." That's how she is. That's her. So, coming out to my parents, wasn't as fun as I thought it was going to be. My mom, she left the room crying. My dad, he was so disgusted. He said, "You're a lesbian? That is so unsanitary." But surprisingly, he had a change of heart when he said, "Maybe you can fix my truck." So anyway, my grandmother, right? I tell her that I'm not going to go to college, and she says, "If you do not go to school, you will have nothing going on for you except for what's between your legs." I was like, "Grandma, I'm going to forget you said that." She said, "Don't worry. I'm going to needle point it on the pillow for you." And then my pussy said, "Bitch, I know you ain't talking to me." Thanks very much, guys.